22. Yeah, that's a good shirt. It was a monster.
So you kind of got your wish. I mean, back in the Senior Bowl.
Let me say this. I'm going to stop opening my mouth and giving you guys stuff to write about. No, but yeah, we did a good job in terms of, the picks that we made and going out and getting Chark. So we've well on our way and enjoying it and have made our room much more competitive for sure.
Did Brad scold you at all? Did you have that comment?
I scolded myself. I kind of brought it up to him like, look, man, I think I said something I probably shouldn't have. So, but yeah, like I said, I got to limit how much I say. My offensive coordinator's watching me right now, too.
For those of us who missed it, could you repeat that?
Nope, I will not.
What was your excitement level? I mean, you got not just two receivers, two really good.
Yeah, I mean, I was excited, no question. And again, we talk about the guys that can play, the talent from that perspective, and going up and making plays, and the physical nature and all that. But then you have guys who are smart. Like that's what you want, So it's good to have them, and we're going, want to take this thing to another level. Can't wait to get back for training camp. Get us a good break, get freshened up, get ready to go, because we need a break. Because once we hit it, you're in for it. But it's going to be good.
You think you got a guy? You said you wanted one of those that that could really be a difference maker. Did you get one or two of those this offseason?
Yes, we did. And at the end of the day, again, that makes your room a whole lot better. Now, speaking specifically about Jameis, hey, just bring him along as much as possible. Just, when he's ready, he's ready. Be ready to go. But a smart kid in the classroom knows ball and gets excited about ball every day. So.
Is that what you can tell about him just being out here? Like you said, he knows ball.
Knows ball, and then again the excitement. You can talk about let's talk about how the clouds look in the trees and all that. He's just kind of looking at you like you're crazy. But the minute you get to talking about football, he kind of sits up in his seat and wants to know what wants more, give me more, and that's the kind of excitement that you get from veterans who've been in the league for a while. You get it from a rookie, and it's good to see.
When did you find out?
Just that emotional side of it. I mean, he's dealing with this where it's really going to probably dictate his career how you guys bring him along.
Yeah.
How do you coach him now at this point, just with dealing with what he's doing?
Well, you got to encourage him. I haven't had a significant injury, but I know what it's like to miss and not be, and you want to be a part of. So you just keep encouraging him, letting him know that he is a part, and most importantly, those mental reps as he's out on the field, watching everybody else run the routes, the depth of it and those kind of things. And we get in the classroom and detail it up as much as he can get that. So when he does get on the field and it is time to go, he's unleashed and ready to go.
How realistic did you think the chances were that you were going to get him?
I wasn't sure. It was not realistic, to be honest with you. I didn't think he was going. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure at all. But I was really excited when I got him because the kid can play for sure.
You saw the video?
Yeah, he said he crashed the room there.
Oh, they showed it?
So you can talk about it now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know, Eamon. I don't know. I didn't know about the video. Yeah, well, you saw I was excited. Well, there you go. I was excited. Because he was one of my top guys on the board in terms of the rookies coming out. So he was the top for me. I know you think about injuries and stuff like that. Hey, we'll figure he'll get over that for sure. Being in the training room and all the rehab and stuff that he needs to get done, and then he'll be ready to go. So definitely excited to have him.
What's the value of the speed that you added in that room? So just a lot of speed.
Speed is always a big deal, especially in this league. How fast can you get from point A to point B before that defensive line gets to your quarterback? I tell my guys all the time, that's what you're up against. You're not up against the DBs. Like, they're there, but at the same time, like, it's, that defensive line is coming off and trying to get to the quarterback. So the focus is, how fast you can get from point A to point B and be in a proper space where you need to be. And that speed matters a lot, so it goes a long way.
Al, you've been very supportive of Trinity Benson.
Yes, sir.
Last year and through this offseason.
That's right.
Do you feel like his performance out here during this early portion of the offseason program is kind of validating that confidence and faith you've had?
That's right. What we've seen in this spring is what we saw, and more in this spring of what we saw in preseason games and stuff last year, and some of his, like, we saw it, and he's some of that is showing up now. And again, we brought him in last year. We water hosed him. We gave him, hey, here it is, and tried to give him and get him ready as much as possible. And you can see it just was a bit too much, and that is for anybody. But you can see now he's just kind of taken it in, has gotten stuff down, and he has limited his mistakes, and he's making plays, and it's good to see. So everything we thought that we were getting out of him is really showing up. So he's not just flashing. You see it over and over again, and we figured to keep going. Obviously, our big thing we always talk about, we're out here in pajamas. What's going to change when you put the pads on? But we know he's done it in pads because we've seen it in preseason and things like that. So we just expect him to continue to get better.
Your expectations now compared to where you were this time last year. I mean, you didn't know St. Brown was going to be as good.
Right.
Obviously, no Josh, no DJ, no Jameson, no Trinity. How much better do you
the expectation does not change. Let me just say that. I don't care who I got in that room. Like, I expect, whatever your effort is, your talent, I got to try to get it out of you. So the expectation doesn't change. Now we got to continue to blow it off the roof and keep going in terms of, making those plays and meeting that expectation week in and week out. Because it's not doing it, week 1 and 2 and not being able to do it 3 and 4. It's about doing it week in and week out.
The quality seems to be better than it was in this time.
No question. The room is much more competitive, and that's what you want. As Steph walks by and gives me the hurrah. You want your room to be competitive, and that's one of the things I spoke about in the offseason. I probably shouldn't have, but competitiveness is definitely what you want because it's a bone. Let's go get it. Who's going to come out on top, and not just about going up and catching the ball, but who's getting the right blocks and being in the right. Running the right routes to free another guy open, so all that stuff ties in together.
Cephas has been pretty hard to miss, through the past week. I mean,
yeah.
What do you think about him?
Cephas that's exactly right, and his spring last year, this year is better than last year, but he's always also a guy. When he puts the pads on, things are a little different. Meaning, like, he shows up a whole lot more. He's just different with his pads on. A bigger body, more physical guy. So it's good to see him. Again, we got guys that are being productive, like over and over. The guys are going up and making plays, so there's no drop-off, so to speak.
All right, guys, time for two more.
When you look at the crew that we got, so like I said, excited. 2 more, here we go.
One guy who's been overlooked a little bit, maybe just by the new additions, is St. Brown, just because he hasn't been talked about publicly as much. I'm just curious, year 2, what do you?
Nah. Maybe not from because brought DJ in, we brought James in. Like Saints the guy, not internally. Like that dude that's the dude in terms of like he gets it and he continues to get it, and it's good to see. Second year, same focus, even greater focus. Like coach, teach him this. He wants to, that's. And again, things we talk about, Jameson, things like Saint lights you up again. Like all right, like this guy want to learn, over and over again. So it's always good to see, and he's back, doing it again and still making those plays.
Can he be better statistically? It doesn't matter if he is with the additional weapons that you have.
Yes, that's going to help. So, yeah,
The
it's
top
going to help.
of your depth chart is a little bit more crowded this year, and it sounds just better in your room.
Yep.
So, tougher path for an undrafted rookie to make this roster. What have you seen from Pimpleton?
Pimp has been where he needs to be when he needs to be there, and he's the opportunity he's had. He's been making those plays. So it's, again, how can he continue to do it, over and over again, and then obviously get in the training camp. So really, to a point, to all 3 of those cats, they've been doing pretty well. Josh and also Sut in terms of making the plays when he has those opportunities. So, but it's like you said, it's competitive. So they got to keep on chomping at the bit and see how this thing pans out. What's up, Coach? How you doing, baby?
All right,
we out.
Great stuff in the offseason. Keep it up.
Right.